It is Tuesday, January 3rd, 2022. No, 2023. I have to get used to that. I suppose this is the first Tuesday of 2023, so it'll be a bit of practice for that first week. Anyway, welcome. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Tuesday puzzle today, of course, as I just said, and so should be another fairly approachable themed puzzle today. And this fairly approachable first Tuesday puzzle of the year has been brought to us by Tom Nemchek, Matt R., Jake Rodkin, and, as always, the indomitable Timothy Mark. Well, the invaluable Timothy Mark and the indomitable Schulmaster. I'm all mixed up today. We'll see if that persists throughout the crossword solve. Hopefully not, but it is only a Tuesday puzzle, so I don't necessarily need to be at the absolute top of my game. In any case, thank you to those 5 benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. If you'd like to join their ranks, you can do so at patreon.com/dailysolve or in a link in the description field underneath the video. And by doing so, you will get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, the official mug. And of course, by going to that same link, that same page, you can get access to any of the tiers of the Patreon campaign. And for that, you will receive all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week. Thank you to everybody who's done that, of course, for any amount of time. I do very much appreciate it. It does sustain this channel. So thank you to all of my patrons. You can also join the Daily Solve Discord chat server in another link in the description field, and please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you've not yet done so. All of that said, let's get on to today's puzzle constructed by Margaret Cycle, who's done about half a dozen puzzles for the New York Times, and this puzzle, of course, was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. And I see some circles in the grid, so that is a tip-off that those answers will probably be thematic, but let's start solving and see what happens. Salted part of a margarita glass. The rim of a margarita glass is generally salted, although I prefer my margaritas without salt. Blank stone, British Museum attraction, the Rosetta Stone, indeed, in the British Museum. And to be in the red is to owe money. They got me. I was had? Not certain that's the answer. Let's check the crosses. To droop is to sag, so that bit works. Holding account for a down payment, say escrow. You could have money in escrow during a complex transaction like that. The Princess Diaries author, not sure, Meg somebody, I suppose. And host's farewell phrase. Host's farewell phrase. I don't know, the night is young or something? I don't know why that would be a farewell phrase. I'm just trying to think what would fit in there. Let's look at this. Multitasker's browser full. You can have a browser full of tabs, which I generally do. Oh, Meg Cabot, maybe? Cabot is a name that would fit here. Yes, a brouhaha is an ado, so that actually is likely. And I was right, so this isn't the, but that's something. ER staffers are registered nurses, RNs. Oh, thanks for coming. That would be a host's farewell phrase. And then we've spelled the word thing in the circles. There we go. All right, so we're on to something there. I'm not quite sure what yet, but something is being spelled out. If you're all over the place, you're amok. And a sorry sort is... could be sorry as an apologetic or sorry as in a sad state. Not sure which. Puts in the overhead bin, say, is stows on an aircraft. And Thanksgiving month, at least in the United States, is November. Chemical ending could be E's or O's or something. I don't know. Might be SE at the end, though. Sorry sort. Oh, and a toner, maybe? Right, it could be, ene as in benzene or something. So maybe it's an atoner, someone who, so in this case, apologetic rather than sort of a sad sack. So someone who atones. And I suspect this will be an E. Modern principle of startups. Oh, move fast. Oh, with 55 across, modern principle of startups, right. Move fast and break things. I don't know who coined... Oh, wait, oops, and break... Oh, wait a second. So thing is in there. Oh, because we're breaking things. Right, so I mean, I think this was associated with Facebook. I don't know if Mark Zuckerberg coined that phrase or not, but I think people often used it in reference to Facebook. In any case, So thing, I wonder if we're going to put thing in all of these. Let's try putting it here and see if that helps. So what is the clue? TV political drama known for its walks and talks. Right, okay. The West Wing. And actually, fittingly enough, The West Wing was written by Aaron Sorkin, who also wrote The Social Network, which was a film about the founding of Facebook. So I don't know, that was probably an intentional allusion there. And then just, can we put it in here as well? We put THING, what is this clue? Never would have guessed it. That, I'm not sure about that one. Let's check some crosses. Oh, not good at all. It's bad. Okay, fair enough. The way in Arabic, is it Sharia, I suspect? Oops. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Mediterranean fruit is a date. Like variables that are not directly observed. I'm not sure. I don't know off the top of my head. Grabbed a chair is sat. Is it latent? Latent variables are not directly observed. Faith of representatives Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib would be Islam. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is latent. I mean, yeah, I don't know that I knew that vocabulary, but it makes sense. And warmth is heat. There we go. Okay, so never would have guessed it. That was something? No. I don't think we're going to spell thing in here anyway. That would be surprising because we're spelling it, in the broken form. Looks fine to me. Seems okay. Shoe part that may develop holes. The sole of the shoe. And the bird in Tootsie Pop commercials since 1970. The owl. And epitome of slipperiness. An eel. A slippery eel. Sure, fair enough. Never would have guessed it. That's surprising. There we go. Okay. I think that's it. So what's the move fast bit? What is move fast doing? Not sure yet. I see the break things, but we'll just keep solving the puzzle. Tend to, as taxes or fingernails, you can file either of those things. And what a budget motel might have. It might have a one-star sort of hotel ranking. Helpful connections are ins. You could have a in for a job, for instance. And directs as to a specialist. You could get a referral to a medical specialist, for instance. To wolf down food is to snarf down food generally. And okay, so the chemical ending is ain. Okay, that's one of those things that could be lots of possibilities. But in this case, we got it through crosses. And the Swiss currency is the Swiss franc. Tolkien tree creatures are ents. And to enter with hostility is to storm into a room, say. A typical high schooler would be a teenager, and a feeling of astonishment could be awe. A Reddit Q&A session, AMA, ask me anything, people say on Twitter. Or sorry, not on Twitter, I guess they could on Twitter as well, but on Reddit. To complain is to moan. And Rosie the Riveter is the World War II icon from the sort of World War II era posters. You've seen those. One of the three musketeers, Aramis was one of the three musketeers, and that looks like it fits. And Italian pressed sandwich, a panini. I guess technically in Italian would be a panino, but it's been adopted into English as the plural panini. Okay, clamp on a stringed instrument, a capo on a guitar, for instance, to change the sort of, root key of the guitar by the number of semitones. It corresponds to how many frets the capo is up the neck. Okay, said aloud, oral, I suppose, as in an oral exam, said aloud. Cause for an extra charge at a hotel would be, I guess, if you have an extra cot in the room. And ripe time of one's life, a ripe old age, they say. Oh, look at this. We have 2 Princess Diaries clues in this puzzle. That's funny. Is that related to the theme? I don't think so. I think that's just a little touch by the constructor. So Mia Thermopolis, Anne Hathaway's role in The Princess Diaries. Okay, so that's the adaptation of the book being cited here. So technically 2 different works. Brainiacs are geniuses. Yeah. And female sheep is a ewe. Should we bounce? Want to go? I guess you'd ask. And if you goaded someone, you egged them on. A pantyhose annoyance could be a snag. To go on the lam is to flee. That is, I think, a U.S. specific term for the most part. In case you're, or maybe North American, in case you're not from that region and don't recognize it. Mall Santa EG is a temporary employee, a seasonal employee. And Lex of Superman, Lex Luthor. Is it ER like Martin Luther, or is it Luther with an OR? Not sure off the top of my head. Let's keep going. Openly gay. If you're openly gay, you're out. Oops. And to make harmonious is to attune, I suppose. Let's look at what we've just filled out here. So Concord, EG in brief, is SST for, I think that's supersonic transport. I think there are new supersonic transports in development, but haven't had passenger supersonic planes since Concorde went out of service. Okay, normal people author Sally. That's the author Sally Rooney. And Itsy Bitsy is very small. Shows explosive anger is rages. Oops, this looks like sutra. Yes, Kama Sutra. And British bottoms are arses. Oops, didn't realize we were just completing the puzzle. Sorry about that. So I missed a couple of crosses here. We'll just finish those off. The iPhone platform is iOS, the operating system that iPhones use, the Internet operating system. What does the I stand for? Is it just I as in the personal pronoun? The International Operating System. Opposite of South by Southwest is North by Northeast. Those are always gimmies. And I think did we see? Yeah. All right. I think we've seen. Oh no, we didn't see this. Anderson Cooper to Gloria Vanderbilt. Wow. Son. I didn't know Anderson Cooper was the son of Gloria Vanderbilt. That's interesting. And I don't think I've missed anything. So there we go. All right. That was the puzzle. Very straightforward. So what am I missing about Move Fast? I don't think I am missing anything. I think it is just because the revealer here just says that the break things bit. It says, I mean, to fill out 55 across, you see 17 across, Move Fast, but then these theme answers are only referencing the break things bit. So I think the Move Fast and is only there to provide the first half of the actual theme answer, which is break things. And so, of course, we have broken 3 things in Thanks for Coming, The West Wing, and That's Surprising. And there we go. The fact that Move Fast was not included in the theme ultimately was surprising to me. But there we have it. A nice, simple puzzle for a Tuesday, for our first Tuesday of the year, exactly as we would expect and hope for. And that's that. That's the puzzle. I think that was a pretty similar challenge level to yesterday's, which is, I would say, both on the gentle side, even for their days. But again, I think as we all ease into a new year, that's perfectly fine. Let me know how you fared with this one. I'm always curious. And there we go. Nice simple theme as well. This one, I suppose, you do need to have the compound clue, Move Fast and Break Things, in order to solve that. Other than that, the rest of them can be solved with their own individual clues. All right. That was the Tuesday puzzle for January 3rd. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, for the Wednesday puzzle. Maybe a little bit of a step up in difficulty then for the midweek puzzle. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Tuesday. Take care.